Got an 04 Honda Civic, so the battery is on the passenger side front. So this is a positive. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna run positive straight down here, down there, and I'm gonna make a hole right there for a 4 gauge right there. As you can see right there, you're gonna have to drill a hole and make a hole right there. You can do it from on the passenger side, but I think this is easier to run. You're gonna take this out, as you can see right here. I'm gonna be just pop this out, take a flat hat, pop it out like that. You see a Phillip right there, take a Phillip out, and you want to go take a flat hat and just keep prying, move it, keep walking it, and then you're gonna take this out also. Just pry right here. I'm gonna do it 2-hand, but pry right here like this. You get that much, and you got out right there. And then over here, this is a little bit tricky right there. I'll come back later on that. And then I'm gonna run it over here. I'm gonna run the power over here. I'm gonna do the ground somewhere right there. I'm gonna sand this ground really good right there and hook it up to the speaker right there. Added this, you see right there, there's a clip down right there on the bottom right there. So you wanna take something and pry it right over there. See right there? Because if not, you're gonna break this right there. It's hard to find. And other than that, you just pry this up 2-hand and pick this straight up right there, and you should be able to remove this. I forgot to mention there's another clip right here also. See right here, you have to pry this clip out so it'll come out like that. And you gotta, what I'm gonna do, if I can lift this thing up a little bit more so I don't have to take this out. I might have to take this out first, so yes, most likely I will. So I'm gonna stop prying right here, right there, and then pull it out right there a little bit so I can get it up. Let me see how I'm gonna do it. I pried this right here, and then I kind of move it out like there, and once you get it out, you can lift this thing up. See, it's straight up like that. So now you can access the wire in there. You don't have to take it all out. And so right now, just do the same thing. Just pry it up a little bit, and I'm sure something's gonna hold it somehow. If you want to cheat, instead of take all that out, because that look rough right here, you can lift the seat up a little bit. See, I just lift it out, and then I'm gonna run the wire, the power wire, the jack right there. I'm gonna lift this thing up so I don't have to take this whole thing out. If it's not so hard, I'm gonna show you how to take it out. So what I did, I kind of lift it up like this so I have enough space to run the power through here, and then I'm gonna lift underneath there so I can push the power wire and the RCA jack and remote through there, coming down here, out in there, and then come up here. I'm drilling the hole. I'm using a uni bit right there, so I'm drilling that hole. As you can see right there, that hole right there. Push the wire through right there. You can see the blue wire right there. You can reach it, grabbing it. I got a grabber, use a coat hanger and pull that wire out. Wire about that long right there. As you can see, you're gonna have a fuse holder right there. You got enough wire up here. And then you want to make sure you have enough wire out here too. So I know I've got enough because I put the amp right there. I can see a lot of people, they try to pry this thing out right there. They didn't know there's a screw right there that locked it down right there. You got to go from there, and then you got to get over here to unlock this thing, because that clip, depend on the radio, the factory, you got to, I think you got 2 clips down here from what I remember. I couldn't remember exactly, but most of the Honda Civic are pretty tough to take out. So if you don't have the factory, I'm going to show you what wire you got to run it from the speaker right there for your line out converter. I'm going to tell you which color, what color it is. You basically go right there, see right here, you'll see 2 wire right there. I'm not exactly sure what color, but I'm going to look at it. I'm going to tell you which one's positive, which one's negative. Over here, I'm just going to run to the jack right here behind it, and then a remote wire. Back of this stereo, this is a JVC, Kenwood, whatever it is. The blue and white wire, you always hook up to the remote wire right there, because blue and white wire will turn the amp out, on. Don't hook it up to the blue. If there's a blue wire next to it or something, don't hook it up. You need to hook it up to the blue and white because the blue only turn the antenna on. You can see that the top one right here is the front and this is the rear or subwoofer. So both of them are the same, sub and rear. So you want to hook up the jack to it. It doesn't matter what color it is. You can hook up the blue to red or blue to the white, but I usually do it blue to red. But it doesn't really matter because you can't tell which one left or right. You cannot adjust the subwoofer. So it doesn't matter. So if you need to hook up and over here, you want a green, yellow, and gray, red. A green, yellow right there and gray, red. Usually they twist together, but when you open this up, you'll be able to tell which one the speaker, but they usually wrap together. Green, yellow is positive and gray, red is negative. You need any additional, just comment below and I'll tell you. If you want to do it from here, you can do that. But I'm going to run the remote and the jacks back over here. You can literally go like this, but then you'll see the wire. So you want to come up like this and then hide it right there and use zip tie it and tie it up there so it don't just hanging. I did right here, I soft tapper. I cleaned the paint really good using a brush. And then I use 2 soft tapper screws so it doesn't move. And that's a ground. You want to hook it up to... You're looking over here, you'll see ground. It's going to be a minus sign. Or they're going to say ground right there. You see the left. Oh, shoot the camera. See, this is ground. And the remote wire, the blue wire right here, it's going to go to here. And then the power is going to go right there. I'm not going to explain anymore unless you have any other question. But this wire came from the battery. So it go to the 12 volt. And then you got the 2 positive, 2 negative. Meaning this is a mono. It's a 2 ohm, so I'm going to put 1 positive right here and 1 negative right here. It doesn't matter, as long as you have the positive right here and negative right there, you're good. And make sure the amp, this is a DB12 Rockwell. You probably see me, I'm trying to get this thing done because it's time to go home soon, but I'm not going to rush. I'm just going to have to try to get it done. No breaks. I got the red to the positive and then the black to the negative and also positive right there and negative right there because it's mono. It's a 2 ohm. You can see it, 2 positive and 2 negative. So you can put either side. Just like so be the best. And then you just zip tie this and put cable wire and tie it. Make it look good right there. Right here, I don't really explain it too much. Basically, this is a fuse holder right there. This is called a mini fuse right there that come with the I think I forgot the brand he bought. I think it's a Raptor. So you want to cut this a 3/4 of an inch so you can hide this, and you want to put this sleeve so you can cover that back up. So you don't want any copper anything that hanging out because that will, if it touch the ground, that'd be bad. You want to take this out. This is 7/16 right there. Take it all the way out and put this ring terminal inside there and you good to go. And then in my case, I'm going to have to cover this with the wire loom so it will look good. Plus it's protected from getting overheated. How the wire be hooked up, and as you can see right there, use a wire tie and screw it down. Remember, there's nothing much on here, but I just type it down where it doesn't come out or move. And then the RCA jack. Most amp does come with an RCA jack input and output. You want it put on the input right there. You see input right there? You don't want to put an output because that's out to another amp. But I meant to show you this, but this is the same thing. I hooked up that blue wire to the blue and white over there from the radio. It does not power up, meaning the output of that radio is bad. So what I'm going to do, you see number 8 right there? That's accessory radio. So I'm going to hook it up like that, wrap it like this, and this going to be on the top. And this gonna be on the bottom. So if something happened, it pop the fuse instead of burn up something. If this wire got a short somewhere, it's gonna burn up the fuse holder right there. You don't want that. You don't want to have that fuse right there. You don't want to replace that part. So just do what I mentioned right here, and you're good to go. Hands on.